can't see both of y'all. Y'all got to get a little closer together.
Oh, and make sure to talk as close to the mic as you can get. Make sure you talk as close to the mic as you can get.
Okay.
Oh, God. The thing ain't working. Hey, you guys, it's your girl, Sonia G, here on the TalkBox. I just want to say welcome, welcome, welcome. You know what we say here on the TalkBox? Every day above ground is a good day. We got another day, another opportunity to get some things right that we didn't have quite right on yesterday. And so we got some very special guests in the building. We got Jeff and Agnes McKnght here in the building, you guys, all the way from Dubai as well as Uganda. And we're talking about living the abundant life even abroad. Welcome, welcome, welcome. How you guys doing?
I'm doing very good.
Good.
I'm doing good too.
Well, I'm glad to hear it. I tell you what, you guys, I tell people all the time that, you know, we got to stop just being alive and start living. And before we get started, you know what we do here on the TalkBox. If you want to call in and ask some questions, make sure you give us a call at 615-893-1450. And it's just I'm just glad to be here today. So tell me, what's the name of the business that we have over there?
It's African Roots Guest House. African Roots, Uganda. Yes.
Okay, and where is it?
Okay, we have two locations.
Uh-huh.
We have one in Entebbe. That's actually where the international airport is. Once you land, we're only a few minutes from the airport. That's the one in Entebbe. And we also have one in Gulu. That's northern part of Uganda.
Mm-hmm.
So, and that one is strategic because it's between some of the best safari camps in Uganda.
Okay.
Yes.
Well, tell me something. Before you became an entrepreneur, how did you guys meet?
Okay. Let me start this. As you know, I'm from the borough. I was born and raised here. Graduated Riverdale, and some of the people may know. I left here in '92. I went to the military.
Mm-hmm.
Stayed there for a few years, maybe 8 years or something like that. Got out, came to Florida. When I met Agnes, this is my wife, Agnes. I met her when I was deployed to Korea.
Okay.
And I always had interest about going to Africa. I was reading books about Dr. John and Clark, Dr. Ben, so all of this. So when I met her, of course I was intrigued. So when I asked her, told me she's from Uganda, I'm like, I would love to go.
And so where were you guys?
Korea. So
in Korea.
Yes.
Wow.
I was deployed there.
Mm. Okay.
Nice.
Yeah. Okay. So what made you want to talk to this guy, Agnes?
Yes.
I would say we met on an online platform.
Mm-hmm.
It was up for introductions. Yeah, like you check on the platform and you see somebody. There's some checklists that they were tick for me, and I'm like, hey, let me try this out, and it happened to work out. So they invited me. I went visited him in South Korea.
Yes.
Then from South Korea, this is where we are today.
Well, I tell you what, I think about how God create things for things to happen. And for you, Jeff, being here from Murfreesboro, you know, we went to school together.
Yes.
And for you not to meet where you live, you living in Dubai, she's in Uganda, but you meet in Korea. That to me is letting me know that God is still in control. I don't care what nobody say, how things happen. So what made you guys want to start a business?
Actually, it's her career field. And she worked I'll let you tell the story. Let me start.
Yeah, from the onset, I think I was maybe business minded, I would say. That's from the onset of everything. So yeah. So when I met Jeff, I was like, okay, we could save up some money and then, start doing something. Then we looked around out of what we can do for ourselves. What can we do?
Right.
I'm like, okay, let me just resign from my job, and then Jeff can still work, because with business you're not sure whether it will work out or not. At least one person needs to be like,
Right.
the rainy days, like when they come. So I was like, okay, let's try it out, and that's how we ended up starting the business and everything from there. Yes, in the beginning, Jeff was supporting the business when the business is not yet stable.
Good.
He did
Lord,
support
God
us
forbid.
quite a bit until
Right.
when the business got afloat, and now we could manage the business.
Okay, I want
Let me
to
come in
delve
on the
into
back
that.
of
I
Yes.
wanted to delve into that
Yeah.
because what we talk about here is living the abundant life that we have permission and authority to live. And I think a lot of times people nowadays in this climate, we want a microwave fix. We want a microwave great marriage. We want a microwave great business. We want a microwave, just everything.
You may
But
want.
in order for us to get to the abundant living, I always say we have to sacrifice on the front end
Oh, yes.
so that we can live longer and a more blessed life going through. So Agnes, you just said that you quit your job so that you could promote the business, and Jeff had to sustain himself, you, and the business.
Yes.
And so that's a great sacrifice. But it's worth it. I tell people all the time, it is worth it. And I think that sometimes people don't want to put the work in. But if you want something great, you got to make some sacrifices. What was you finna say, Jeff? Hey,
it wasn't easy.
Harry. Hey.
Who's Harry?
Eh,
Okay.
No.
Okay. No, listen. It wasn't easy. Like every paycheck, see, like I need this. So every paycheck, I'm sending money.
Mhm.
Every paycheck, I'm sending money. I think it took us maybe 3 years before it could actually
About 3 years
to take care of itself.
Right.
sustain it.
And then as we go on and keep going, keep growing, and then the profits started coming.
Right.
So now we're actually getting paid from, and then we're expanding. But it's not easy. Some people think, oh, you got a business and you're doing good. No.
Right.
Yeah,
It
Right.
really takes work. It's a
'Cause-
sacrifice now.
because this
Still.
field is also highly, like, it needs to be sustained with money. So
Right.
if
Yes.
you're coming into the hospitality industry
Mhm.
at the initial stages, you will need money, and you might feed the business till you feel like, wow, is this
Ooh.
going to work out or not?
Right.
But you must sustain the business, whatever you have. Like, you also have to ensure that the furniture, the state of the
Everything.
And
the
think about the staff.
building is
Oh, yeah.
painted. You pay taxes, so there's so much that goes in the.
Well, I want everybody listening. First of all, I need everybody to make sure that they're liking the video. That's the first thing. The second thing I want to tell people is I've been over there. Y'all know that I travel. So I've been over there to African guest house and
African roots.
African roots
in Uganda.
in Uganda. So I've been over there. It's a very, very nice place. So I just want everybody, and I say this to all of our people in our culture. If you've never been to Africa, you need to go.
Yes.
And I want to encourage you to
Use African
go
roots.
use African roots.
Thank you.
And so we have the email up on the screen for those who need to do a vacation. We all need to go home to the motherland. And I think African roots is where you need to go. I
Yes.
know that I enjoyed myself while I was over there. Been over there a couple of times. So I thank God for you guys. But you are an example of, putting your hopes, your dreams, your visions to work and
Yes.
not giving up on it.
Right.
So
Thank you.
It has been. It's not easy, but anything worthwhile, it's not going to be easy.
that's right.
It's not going to be easy. But what I wanted to say was, okay, we always talk about sacrifice,
Mm-hmm.
and like I tell my daughter, that you do what you have to do today, so you can do what you want to do tomorrow.
I like that.
But once you're doing these things and you're reaching your goals, you don't see it as a sacrifice.
Mm.
You just see it as, this is a list. I need to take care of this, this, and this. If I want to get here, let me do this. Let me do this. And it becomes a list.
Mhm.
It's not sacrifice. It's doing what you have to do to meet those goals.
Yeah.
So you won't look at it as a sacrifice. You look at
Well, y'all know I'm very biblical, and one of the things that I live by is Habakkuk chapter 2, verses 2 through 4, and it says, "Write the vision, make it plain. Though it tarry, wait for it. It shall speak and not lie." And not a lot of times, I always make a list. And one thing that I encourage everybody to do, you can't have something that you can't see. So what helps you to see the vision is to write it down. And then God will put his super on top of your natural and make something supernatural work out for you. And it will not return unto him void. Harry said, African roots is always my home when I'm in Uganda.
Yes,
that's what Harry said.
Thank you, Harry.
So you guys, if y'all have any questions for Jeff or Agnes McKnght, please give us a call, 615-893-1450. We're just thankful to be here tonight talking about being in business abroad and just living the abundant life. And I tell you where the problem come in at too. Abundant life is not having all the money in the world. Abundant life is not having any problems at all. Because I believe that when problems arise in business or in a marriage or wherever,
and they will come.
Those are just opportunities to do something different. And so we have to make sure that we don't get discouraged when we are going after our hopes and our dreams.
Right.
And I think just listening to how y'all met in a whole nother country and then the sacrifices that you made in order to get the business on up and self-sustaining, it's a blessing in itself. So Agnes, what? Talk to us, Agnes.
I know, right? Let's go, Agnes. But you know, there was a lot of no. Go ahead and talk to her.
Go ahead.
Okay. We talk about business, and it's been some downfalls with the business. I mean, you got to look at employees.
Yes.
Employees stealing.
Yeah.
You look at partners.
Mm-hmm. So basically, you got to be careful.
Yes.
Who you let in. I say this.
God, yes.
Everybody in your circle is not in your corner.
Bam.
But I'm gonna tell you something. The more prayerful we are, the better we are to gauge and navigate through those things. But here's the thing: I've been in business now for 20 years.
I know you have.
And yes, you're gonna have some piss poor excuse for employees, but you don't get discouraged behind that. You fire them and keep it moving.
Yes.
And look, I don't have no hard feelings with nobody. And in 20 years, you best believe I've gone through some employees.
Yeah,
they did some things that I didn't quite feel was kosher. However, those are learning experiences.
Right.
Because if I got an employee that say over there, you got somebody, because I know how you operate, because I stay there in that beautiful place at the African Roots Guest House. You got somebody and you know that you just went to the grocery store and you just bought 10 dozens of eggs and you send the other employee in there to cook the guest breakfast and there's no eggs in there. So you know somebody is stealing, right?
Yes.
So that just gives you, I'm sure. Right. But that just gives you another way of looking at things and solving the problem. Now we got to keep everything categorized. Now we got to keep everything locked up. You know, you just got to do some things different.
Yeah. I would have that as a learning curve. There are certain things like when you get into business, you might not know everything, but along the way, as you meet such challenges, you find your solutions as well.
Right.
You put systems in place to help you cover that up. But I also believe with good employees also there, but
Definitely.
you need to pray for them too. We have
Yes.
good and bad employees.
Yes.
We've had some very good, marvelous employees for a long time. Our manager at the moment is in Dubai shopping for the guest house, and the team that we've left back for about 3 weeks are doing a marvelous job for us, both
Yeah.
in Entebbe and in Gulu. So
Right.
it's a win-win situation sometimes,
But
but
it
you
took some
need
time.
to be keen to see who are the good employees and then who are the bad ones.
Right.
But you can't avoid them 100%, but you can minimize them.
Well, I'm gonna tell you something else that I try to do too. With my employees, I reward good behavior. Basically, for those who don't know, I take mine on a trip
Oh, yes,
every
you
year. So yeah, we just got back from the Bahamas, I think, a few weeks ago. Because when you find a good employee, we have to take care of them.
Yes. So that we stay.
Now I have been around businesses because I am a tax preparer and bookkeeper. I have been doing the books for some businesses that treat their employees like crap and wonder why their turnover is so high. When we're in business, we want to make sure that it's not us who is causing the turnover.
Right.
That makes sense.
Yes, it
Right.
does.
But if the turnover is being caused because we made some bad decisions and hired the wrong people, that's one thing. But when we are mistreating our employees, then that's a mark against us.
Right.
And so I think that as an entrepreneur and as an owner of a business, we got to make sure that we're being good stewards over what we have ownership over. And I think sometimes we find people aren't good stewards over what God done bless you with, because without him, how would you have the business that you have, the job that you've had
Exactly.
to sustain the business? Then that'd be impossible.
Yes, it doesn't make sense to treat your people
Alicia
bad
said,
because Alicia. What's the color? How you doing? No, if you treat your employees bad, then they're gonna do bad things to make your company look bad.
right.
So you treat them good. And right now we got some really great employees. I really love companies.
I guess so.
You know-
You in America and they over there. They better be great employees.
No, but check this out. Listen, I was so used to going to African Roots to my place.
Mhm.
Every time I come go to African Roots, we went to somewhere on Sesame Island. I'm not gonna call nobody out,
Okay.
but when the service is horrible and you're used to yours, I'm like, wait a minute, why is what's going on here?
Right. Right.
It was like a culture shock. I'm used to everything being boom, 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 boom. You get to a place where it's not, then it's almost like a culture shock.
Well,
I'm not bragging.
Well, let me brag. I'll do the bragging for you. I believe that your business is as successful as it is because of your beautiful wife, Agnes.
That's true. I was going to
Because
say that.
I don't know if I've been there when you. Yeah, I have been there when you were there, but most of the time it's just Agnes, and she does a great job at running the business.
She's
And so
tough
you
on 'em.
always.
Hey, she's tough on 'em. But it
it
you have
works.
to. Yes, it works. It works.
There you go.
It works.
And,
But she's on 'em.
Our employee turnover is low.
Mhm.
Yes,
So
it's very
that
low.
also gives you an indicator that you are doing
Doing something
right. So,
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
we've had our manager who is shopping
Stella,
right now,
a joke.
Stella, for about 8 years with us.
Yeah, I know
Yeah,
Stella
so-
was there when I was there.
Yeah.
She was at the old place in the
Yeah.
beginning.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Maniago.
Yeah.
Right.
Right.
So
Right.
I mean the turnover is low, so I mean that makes me happy that I am
Yeah.
doing something good.
My turnover is low too, y'all. I just want to take a break and give a shout out. You already know that I am the proud owner of Authentic Tax Service, because Authentic is the real tax place. Don't y'all forget that. But tonight, y'all, we're talking about the African Roots Guest House over there in Uganda. I want to encourage you to start thinking about getting a package together. So, Agnes, what all can we expect if we come to Uganda to the African Roots Guest House?
What is cooking up at the moment in the month of August? I'm also going to open up a brand new website where we run safaris. Tour packages will be posted on that website. So just besides accommodation that we sell for now, we've been in operation from 2012. That is about 20 something. 10 years.
Yes.
Yes. So we have decided to carve and just add another package of tours, not just people staying and lodging, but when you come to Uganda, you can go to the different national parks. We have Savannah National Parks, like Idepo National Park. We have Maction Falls National Park, where the big five, the lions, the elephants, the giraffes, the buffaloes are there. Then also you can come and visit Bwindi National Park, where we have the gorillas. Or you can also visit Chivale National Park, where we have the chimpanzees. So basically, I would say we shall put down packages when you go to Uganda. At least you need a minimum of 10 days.
Yes.
To explore
a minimum of 10 days, you guys.
Uganda, that's where the source of the Nile is. Yeah, so I mean, there's so much to do in Uganda.
It is. It's a lot to do in Uganda.
And let's talk about the people.
Yeah.
The people are really, 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 really nice.
Yes, the people are.
People think I said it because of marathon, but no. They're very, very hospitable.
I agree. Elsa is on African Roots Guest House and Safari is the best in Uganda.
Hey.
Thank you for hosting these business owners, inspiring and motivating. So thanks so very much for that. I just want to encourage everybody over here in the States. Again, if you've never been to the motherland, I want to encourage you to pick up the phone, email them at info. Come on,
AfricanRootsUG.com.
All right, the email is on the screen right now, and you guys listen. All it takes is a little planning. You know, if you don't have a plan, you plan to fail. So if you just get a plan together, the same way you've been saving to buy them red bottom shoes and them Louis Vuitton pocketbooks and whatever else, then you need to put some money aside every time you get paid or once a month or whatever, and visit the motherland.
Right.
It's such a nice place. I tell people all the time, even though I love visiting you in Dubai, Jeff, I do. However, Uganda is my spot. I like Uganda way better than Dubai. Everybody want to go to Dubai, but nah, you need to go to Uganda. Yeah. Where that little monkey around the corner stole my sandwich. I just want to put that out there. But Uganda is the place to be. And if you're going to Uganda, you need to go to African Roots Guest House. They are tremendous hosts. And I'm not telling you from something I read. I'm telling you from something I know. Personally have been there and on the way back. Can't wait to take my husband back over there.
Yes. You know, there's also a misconception what people feel about the continent of Africa. You know, they've never been, sometimes see negative things on the media, but until you actually go yourself, and you really need to go yourself, and then you'll see. Like my first trip, when I first went there, I was coming from Korea. After she gave me the invite, and I don't know, it was just a feeling up. I'm looking up in the sky. I'm like, look at all these stars. And it was warm. See all these African people. Man, this is sweet.
Yeah,
but it's
good seeing a lot of people look like you.
Yes, it is.
So, but I want to share this experience that happened to me. When I went to Uganda for the first time. That when I got off of the plane, I felt at home.
Yes.
My spirit felt at home. And so I just want to encourage everybody to check out African Roots Guest House. But it is a misconception. Well, first of all, people don't know their geography either. People think that Africa is a country,
right.
And when it's actually a continent. And there's so many places for you to go. But we're encouraging you to go to Uganda because that's my favorite place.
Right. You know, the mountain gorillas. I think that's their number one seller. Yeah, the mountain gorillas. And that's the only place you get it is because it's the Bwindi Forest, which connects Uganda and Rwanda. And maybe I'm too lazy to walk up the mountain and stuff like that. But I'm just being honest.
Just saying.
Yeah.
Just
I'm
saying.
going to take you for the gorilla trekking. We are going to do it sometime next year.
Okay.
So you can
Mhm.
feel the experience, and from there he
It's a
can
good
go.
experience.
Yeah, it's a great experience
For who?
for you.
You know what I love in Uganda?
What's that?
And when I come, I make sure that I go by there. I like the medicinal garden. For those who don't know,
The botanical
I've
garden.
had-
Botanical garden?
Yeah.
that's
Yes,
called the
yes.
the medicinal garden,
Mhm.
and I had brought back a plant when I went there.
Really?
But it actually helped me because I was dealing with some serious medical issues when I was there, and I don't think neither one of you knew that.
No,
No.
don't
But I was. And so when I went into the medicinal garden and I talked to the people who was there, they gave me this little plant. And so I kept it at home and I made tea out of it for a long time. And then my body started lining up how it was supposed to. So I shocked all the doctors over here.
That's great.
And
No,
they
but-
asked what was going on with me.
Okay, what does the plant smell? Does it smell like gum? You know that plant that your friend Susie, she got a friend Susie with a green thumb. She look at a plant and say, "Oh, this does this." It's a plant. It grows wild and it smells like gum. And you
But the botanical gardens, they have professionals there who
Yeah,
all the
for
medicinal
everything
Yeah.
that's why
Oh,
I
okay.
tell people for everything that you need, whether bad breath, stomach ache, things to make you bleed, things to make you stop bleeding, brain aneurysms, cancer, they got it all notated. For this plan is for this and this plan is for that. So you guys, I know this time is going by really, really quick. I want you guys to tell me again, where does everybody need to come to?
Uganda, of course.
Uganda,
Roots.
African roots, and also we are soon going to sell the safari packages as well.
Right.
So
Yeah.
That's
there's
why the
another-
website is not up yet because we want to divide it.
we are revamping
Yes.
the website.
Even though you're revamping the website, what is the website address?
www.africanrootsug.com.
Yes.
Well, I just want to put that up here anyway, because that means that y'all need to be checking it to see when it comes up so that you can see all of the and a lot of the pictures because you think you're a photographer, is that right?
I'm trying. I'm in work. I think I'm doing pretty good. Man.
Yeah. And the skills are getting better.
Yeah.
Yes.
You get it better?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. But no,
Oh.
I'm just kidding.
So
But
my homeboy Antonio in New York. Yes.
well, you know what, you guys, I tell you what, it's all about abundant living for me.
Mhm.
And abundant living again is possessing things that money cannot buy. And one thing that I had so much of, for those who don't know, the first time I came to Africa, I was running, trying to get some peace. I had was going through a divorce, I believe, the first time, and I just needed some peace. And I don't know if you remember, but I stayed over there a long, long time from where my kids started saying, "Are you coming back?" So, but it was so peaceful there,
It is.
and I got so much
very
joy from there, and my spirit just took to a whole nother level
Right.
there. And then, of course, that the last time that I came over there, then I get a phone call and shoot, got home and was married in 4 days. So Africa is doing some wonderful things. You need to go to Africa.
Of course.
Whatever you're looking for, I believe you can find it there in Africa.
And the food.
So,
We didn't mention
all the food.
You know, and I tell people everything that we consume there and sell is natural. Most
And
of our things,
fresh.
yes, very fresh.
Yeah.
We cater to the local markets.
Mhm.
Like if you want fish, when we stayed at Maniago, we right by Lake Victoria.
Mhm.
You look out and you see the guys fishing. They
And
grab the
just
fish.
bringing it in.
They bring it into the ladies on the side. They clean it, and then we'll go by and get it. You know,
Well,
very fresh.
Well, I tell you what, you guys, I'm your girl, Sonia G, here on the TalkBox. We want to thank Jeff and Agnes for coming on and want to remind you
Yes.
that you need to get your butt over to Africa. All right, you guys, We'll see you next Sunday, same time, same place.
Thank you.
Glad. Bye.
Let's talk about it. Yeah, you're listening to the TalkBox.